All right, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to show you how to set up and clean up watercolor. You'll need a couple things out to start. Of course, your palette. Make sure that you have enough colors to work with that day. We're using tube watercolor for this project, so you'll want about the size of a pinky nail to start for each color. So I have yellow, red, and blue, and I spaced them out inside of my palette so that I had room for mixing in between. You can also mix in the center as well. So you have your palette. The water cup you're going to share with your table mate. The water cups are underneath the middle sink. You'll want to fill it up about a third of the way because you may be rinsing them out often in between, maybe once a class, and you don't want to waste water. And you also don't want the chance that it may spill, and if it's filled up to the top, it's a way bigger mess. So make sure it's just a small amount between you and your table mate. You'll want your paper that you're using. So maybe today we're starting, because it's just the start of watercolor, with our journal. And inside your journal, you'll want to date the page. But because it's in the rings of your journal, you don't need to worry about putting your name on it. And then if we're going to a project, you want to choose a board, tape your paper down on all sides, and write your name on the bottom. And we're going to label it the same way, first and last, the period you're in, and then I would like you to circle your student number. All right, so we have paper, water, palette, and then paper towels I like to keep out on each of your tables. So if you need them for cleaning brushes in between or to take the moisture out of your brush, you can use that. And then finally, we need a paintbrush. And the way that we're gonna use this is through the number system. So I've been saying use your student number. So this time I'm gonna take my student number and I'm going to choose my paintbrush. Because there are multiple sizes and depending on what you're doing that day, I may put more options out. So I'm gonna use this brush here. When I unclamp it from the clothespin, I'm gonna replace it with my number. That way we can keep track of who has what, and then it goes back in that order because I do have them ordered in a specific way on the pegboard. So when you're using the brush, make sure you have all your supplies. And I'm just gonna make a little mess here just so I can show you how to clean up. So just a little bit of water will do. Start to activate this watercolor. And making a quick masterpiece. And now bell's gonna ring here soon. I got the warning I need to start cleaning up. So the way that I clean up is put my paper, whatever is wet, whether it's my journal or the board that I take my paper to, that's all gonna go on the drying rack. And make sure that it's underneath the number that you were assigned for the class, so your student number. And I'm gonna set that aside, put that on the drying rack. When you rinse off your brush and clean it off to put it back up on the board, make sure that you use clean water, and if your water is clean enough, this looks pretty good to me, and then a paper towel to really dry it off and then reform the bristles. So that's how I'm gonna clean the brush. Make sure that it does come out clean on your paper towel. Unclamp it, put my brush back, try to keep it at the same angle, and I'm gonna put my card back on my spot here, and then finish cleaning my palette. Now you never wanna wipe out the tube watercolor because we can reuse that the next day, but you will wanna clean out your color mixing with a paper towel, and usually a dry paper towel will be enough. If it's not, if it's stained a little bit, dampen your paper towel in the same water cup and dry it out. So there I am, ready for the next day. This is gonna keep in your bin. So this will be your responsibility to hold on to, paper on the drying rack. Water cup dumped out and put back underneath the middle sink. And that's watercolor. This is gonna go in the trash. Thanks so much.